Good morning, YouTube fam. So today's Friday, and the races, our last day out at the racetrack was Monday, and I am still dealing with the aftermath here of the event. Today I'm emptying out the trailer, and I'm going to repack some things, and then we're going to take all the excess gear that we didn't sell yet down to Bakersfield and put it in our warehouse that we have down there, so we can kind of organize it and just see what we got left. It's quite the ordeal. This is not something that that I'm familiar with, so I'm learning as I go. But all in all, it was a great event, and we had a good time. So today's video, part of it will be checking on a few jobs here in town before we head out, but we're going to do a road trip. We're going to road trip back to Bakersfield, and then we have another major undertaking we have to do down there, which is part of our yard at the Patton location. That was a rented space that we had, so apparently I just found out recently that the lady that owned it decided to sell it without saying anything, and now I have to move probably about 10 or 15 vehicles and about 5 years worth of construction excess materials that we have been storing over there. So that'll be an undertaking all in itself. It's going to be me and Owen and probably a couple other guys with the forklifts and tractors, and we're going to be moving vehicles that don't run or start and just all kinds of fun stuff. So that's probably going to take 2 or 3 days. So really not looking forward to that, but it is what it is, and that's where we're headed. So stick around, and it should be a fun road trip down. Hopefully I'll find some cool stuff to stop and show you guys along the way like I always do, and we'll keep it moving. Okay, so all the stuff that's going to stay in Mammoth is here for now, and I got our first Bakersfield load going back. Got the Pioneer in there, the little Honda XR, the e-bikes, and the rest of the gear, the Mammoth gear. So just got to make sure when we're coming down to Bakersfield, just take it easy, no sharp turns. Okay, we got on the road here. Gonna head back down south today. We're going to stop on the way down in the lower industrial park down here and look at this project. We were there about a month ago. We bid the job, we won the job, and so now he's ready to mobilize. It's going to be a pretty good sized project. Looks like it's about a 14,000 square foot facility. So we're going to be doing the grading and the concrete on this one, and possibly a few other trades, but for now we were awarded the grading and the concrete. So I'm gonna go take a look at it. He gave me the gate code. There's some things that need to be moved around, so we're looking at mobilizing over here probably Wednesday or Thursday of next week. So I'd like to get over here, take a couple videos, and show the guys kind of where it's at. We'll probably have a pre-con meeting over here next week sometime and just kind of talk about how we're going to start this grading. All right, so we are down in the industrial park here. Here is the lot that we're going to be building on. Building's already here too, so he gave me the code to the gate. I thought that gate was open right there, but it's not. It was just a that's a piece that's holding it up so it doesn't fall down. But you can see there's all the columns for the beam, or for the building back there, and all that kind of stuff. So we're gonna take one of those C trains. I think it's the one on the left. So I'm bringing my big flatbed up here with the 3-axle truck, and we're gonna bring the crane down here and load that thing up and strap it down really good. And I'm gonna have a basically a mobile storage for now. We don't really use that trailer very much, so it'll be cool to use that as storage since we're always short for space up here. So I might be able to squeeze through it here. I'm gonna try. Not sure what that is. Something that mounts onto a loader in some fashion, it looks like. But a little windy. Here's the lot. Good sized lot here. All of this stuff has to be restaged. So that was something we're going to talk to him about next week. I'm going to bring the forklift. I'll just put the forks on our loader. So we're going to need an excavator and a loader here for this project. Gonna have to scrub off some of this material off the top. So we'll start with that. Get this thing scrubbed clean. Get all the organics out of it. And then I think we're gonna start in this back corner. It's an L shape. It goes like this and then turns like an L, like that. So I think we'll start in the back corner here. It's a 3-foot over excavation. So we're going to 5 foot outside the building envelope. We're gonna go 3 foot down. And it's remove and replace. So we'll remove and replace everything. Once we get that done, then it'll be time to lay out the actual foundation where it goes. We'll get the batter boards up, get that thing all laid out, and we'll be able to start digging our footings. And then there's some plumbing infrastructure that goes inside the slab, so I'm gonna work with the plumber on that. We have the equipment to dig, so we'll have him, install all that stuff, and then we'll dig it and backfill it for him. So here's the building itself. You can see all your purlins here. Whole bunch of purlins. This is a big building, 14,000 foot. So it's a good sized building. It's been sitting for a while. He's been working on this since 2019 with planning and design and everything. So they finally got it together, and he's got everything lined up, the financing and all that. So it's going to be a go finally. Looks like they got the cart before the horse on a few things, but I like the guy. I've met him, and I think he's a good guy, and I think it's going to be a fun project for us. A lot of crane work here, so we'll be using the crane quite a bit. Get all these columns up. There's Crowley. We're coming up above Crowley here. Just wanted to go the back way over by Tom's place. I like going through this area every once in a while. It's a beautiful little area, just a stone's throw from Mammoth, maybe 10-15 miles at the most. Lori and I actually we had a property under contract out here about 1.5 years ago, and before it closed, something happened and it got sold out from under us, even though we had made an agreement with the owner to buy it, but we hadn't signed any paperwork yet. And it was just weird how somebody came in at the last minute and outbid us on it by I don't even know how much. But I heard the property actually is coming back up for sale, so I'm gonna drive back over here and take a look at it again and see if hopefully we can get it under contract. And you know, if it was meant to be, it was meant to be, right? So that's the plan here. That's the hope, is that we can get this thing under contract again. This is just a beautiful little area right here. A little bit lower elevation than Mammoth. Still gets quite a bit of snow, but not as much as Mammoth. And it's close enough to Mammoth where you could have a house out here and work in town. It wouldn't be an issue at all. This meadow out here is just it's all LADWP property, and these properties all back up to that. So you basically, you have even though it's only 3 acres, you actually have 300 acres behind you that's never going to be built on. So that's kind of a comforting thought. And these guys that have these homes here are very lucky. This is a great place right here. I love this area. Got room for a little bit of equipment. It's not so cramped like Mammoth. And the views are not too bad either. So the guys were pouring concrete in Bishop today, so we're gonna go ahead and stop by there and see how that turned out. I'll show you some segments from that little project. It was just some little sidewalk stuff, nothing major, but a little quick in and out job. And from what I've heard, everything went really good, so they're pretty much done with it. Go by there and check it out. All right, so here's our plan. We're down here in Bishop. We got 4 locations to fix doing the sidewalk repairs. So here's number 1. We got it all cut up and removed, hammered out. Now the guys are gonna jump to the next spot right here. Do the same thing to this one. And we're gonna leapfrog. So Chad's gonna fall back, start forming up. 2 guys will do demo. Me and Chava's gonna go back and pick up everything and come up behind everyone. We got 4 hours to do 4 locations. Easy money. All right, here's number 2. It's all demoed. String lines up. Now we'll start forming. First one up the road a little bit has the water shut off inside. That's number 2. We got number 3 right here. That one's ready. Inspector should be here in a little bit. And here's number 4. Adding some water, compaction, forming, and we're good. Chava's gonna head to the dump. We'll continue up the road, forming up, and then we're heading home. Chad's running the chute, placing the concrete. Got Pablo rodding, and Ramon's filling in all the little holes and gaps. Back here,
Getting it all evened out. Nice. All right, that's location number 3. One more little one up the street, and we're good. All right, we got our joints cut in. It's setting up pretty nice, pretty quick. The lumberyard in Mammoth's out of concrete, so since I'm down here in Bishop, I ran over and grabbed 25 bags. And then we got concrete coming to the dental clinic at 11, so we've been here about 2.5 hours now. It's all setting up, so we're gonna go ahead and get over to the dental clinic and pour that. And these guys can stay here and finish this up.
Just left the sidewalk job in Bishop. We're heading back up to Mammoth. Got concrete coming at 11, so got about an hour. Get ready, get everything set up. Pretty much everything's set up because we're trying to pour last night, so. Nice, peaceful little drive. Back at the dental clinic, we just left Bishop doing the sidewalks. Now we're gonna pour 30-foot stem wall and our 3 pillars. Yes, sir. Show them coming. Second pier almost done. That's good. One more, then we'll start our stem wall. All right. There we go.
Another day in Mammoth Lakes Paradise, getting this concrete poured out. Woohoo!
Got the stem wall done.
Yeah, the concrete's here. It's already down there.
We got our pillars in.
Start cleaning up. They're gonna let it set over the weekend. I was calling you in regards to Ellie.
And we got all those in.
See if I can get it before the secret still.
That's a wrap.
Change. Plans. Dr. Jeff said yes, the one thing we can do is secret now.
30-foot stem wall complete.
Just send an email.
check back in with the guys up at the hospital. They're pouring some concrete up there as well. Some added footings inside the building. So I just heard the concrete just showed up. So hopefully I can get some videos here pretty quick, and I'll add them onto this clip. Sorry about the windshield. I'll clean it here in Independence so we can get some better shots. This cloud cover looks a little strange. It's kind of hazy, but it's got like the regular clouds mixed in, so that's kind of different. Definitely different. It looks like two different types of cloud formations kind of mixing together. You got like a haze mixed in with like a regular thundercloud. Okay, we got a Brinks truck. We got a Roadmaster. We got a tow truck. We got a Convoy. Here's what we got. I don't know where they're headed. Got us a Convoy in Lone Pine here. Look at that thing. Oh, and they're gonna speed through town. Yeah, I guess they don't know the speed limit's 25 here. We're going, I'm going 30 just to keep up with them. They must be in a hurry. This one's probably full of people, it looks like. It's got the water. Interesting. This is a good size convoy here. Hopefully it's just training, huh? Long line of them, that's for sure. Those are pretty neat. Bulletproof windows on them. Here we are in Alancha. There's the beef jerky place right there. And our property's right out there. Pretty green. It stayed real green out there this year. All that extra rain we got. A little windy out this way. 92 degrees down here still. So here's one of the two fairly large solar installations here. We have our property leased out to a company for the same exact thing. So probably end up selling that thing and moving on to something closer to Mammoth. That's the idea. I'd like to have a ranch, you know, up in Bishop, if you could even find one. But a lot easier said than done. We are coming up on Lake Isabella here. This is Kern Valley. Almost time for a windshield clean again already. Doesn't take long. Gotta bring one with me, I guess. Stop and clean it about every 50 miles or so. But anyways, we haven't been by the lake in a while, so maybe I'll pull in somewhere and get a vantage point of it and see. We'll kind of see what the water level's doing. I'm sure it's up there still pretty good. And there it is. It's definitely receded a little bit. Not much though. Normally the water's never back in here like this. I don't think I've ever seen it that far back in 10 or 15 years. Looks pretty glassy out there today. Not too much wind. Kind of funny, I just talked to Mike up in Mammoth, and he said it was extremely windy up there. And it's just calm as can be down here. Normally this lake is never this calm, especially in the afternoon. Just calm and no breeze. 93 degrees, not too bad.